All right, everybody, here is my Dremel. It's upside down. Dremel 4000. It has stopped working. It has a flex shaft on it. I'm gonna take this flex shaft off quickly because it makes it easier to work on. Now there's no power to this at all. I unplugged it. Now, excuse me. You got to check, your Dremel might not be garbage. It might not be broken. You got to check your brushes. And by checking your brushes, you have these little screw things here. You got one on this side, you got one on that side. So what I'm going to do now is I got the little Dremel tool. You can get any kind of screwdriver and just unscrew it. Now I think in some countries they have it so you can't change the brushes. And I believe it was Matt Carter's has a video how to check the brushes for where they don't have the screws. So you see I pull off that little top. Make sure your Dremel's no power to it. So now let's put this brush. Well, there's still brush on there, okay? So that's what the brush is. It's on the spring, and you got the black thing here. Now you can see here, inside this Dremel 4000, there's a metal shaft. Let's see here. Pretend this pencil is the metal shaft inside, and it spins. So this brush goes on the metal shaft, and it spins, and you get see the shape here? You get this, it shapes to the shaft on the inside. So what I do, excuse me, I'm just going to kind of run this video live. I get some sandpaper and I just sand it flat again. All right. It's flat enough. Let's just make it flatter. And these do wear down. Now you do not have to buy the Dremel brushes. You can buy the brushes from China that come in packs of 5 or 10 or something like that. I have some in one of the drawers here. If these were worn out, I'd have to use them. And now also for the Wens, I forget your name, but you just emailed me about it. Your Wen stopped working and you couldn't find where to get the brushes for the Wens or the knockoff Dremels. Well, any brushes will work for any different unit. Just got to have the spring on here because it pushes it tight on the shaft. Sometimes if you order from China, the brushes, like the black stuff, I don't know what this is, carbon or whatever, the black stuff will be too thick and it won't slide inside. It won't slide inside the hole in there. We'll just get some sandpaper and sand it smaller, and then it will fit inside there. Trust me, I've been there, done that. So this one, sometimes they don't reach and also another thing too, stretch out your string a little bit, your spring, sorry. Make it more springy. So when you put the brush back inside there, and where's that little, where's the cap? Where'd you put the cap, Jordy? I usually have a piece of white paper down here. Stand by. Okay, found it. So just the back of the cap, it's got threads. Put it on there. I just do like this. Tighten it with all this plastic stuff. It's easy to cross thread it and stuff, so you got to kind of be careful. Get it on there. And now, like I said, this works for all the rotary tools that you can change the brushes. So that's that one checked. Just put a little scribble on there so we know we did this one. Well, let's do the other one here. And I'm just basically running this live. Okay. It's getting unscrewed. Unscrew it. Don't lose the cap. So you can see this spring it's in there pretty deep. So maybe this spring just needs to be resprung. So there's that. There's this one. So again, it's rounded from being on the shaft. You see how it's rounded there? I just get my sandpaper. These brushes are getting to be on their last legs too. So it's time to order some new brushes if I don't have them. It's always good to have brushes on standby. So the spring, because maybe it's not like it's not putting enough pressure for this brush to hit the shaft. So like I said, I just kind of stretch it out. Well, that's a little bit far, but whatever. Put it back in there. Some people don't know this, and they think their Dremels are toast, and they just toss them. So like I said, you can order the cheap Chinese brushes off Amazon or eBay, whatever. They don't have to be the Dremel brushes. Now, here comes the thing. Let me plug this back in and hope that was the problem. Okay, so I got it plugged in. This is hooked up to a foot pedal, just on off. Let's turn it off, turn it on. Let's see if that fixed the problem. Boom. You hear it running? Problem fixed. So always, if your Dremel stops working or it starts acting weird, like cutting on and off, check your brushes. Now, I think when David Grass sent this to me, thanks again for sending this to me, Mr. Kickin' Ass Grass, he sent me some brushes too. So I'm just opening the bag. So you see these are the brushes here. I think these are like Chinese knockoff ones. Now, I'm just pulling them, doing this. So they come with a spring and then your brush. All you do is you screw the brush onto the spring. Maybe stretch out your spring a little bit, and then you're good to go. These brushes are pretty wide, so all I would do is sand down each edge of it till it fit in the hole. Now, sometimes when you buy the cheap Chinese ones, they'll have like a little metal thing on the end here with a wire on the inside, the spring. So you have a little metal plate there with a wire inside the spring. Don't worry about it. Just use it and it will work. So that's how you change the brushes for the Dremel. This brush will work for Wens, for any knockoff rotary tool. So hope this is able to help some of you guys. Carbon Fusion, over and out.